Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. There we go. Welcome to our show, Latino Psychic Visions, and this mug's for you. And I hope everybody has their coffee this morning. Um, we're here. I am here without my Faye today. She comes in tomorrow night, so hopefully everything will be okay. Let me get a little background music going here. Where was I? Something about the ducks. No? Yeah, here we go. Turn up a bit. Good morning, cuz. My cousin Raquel. Anna Naylor, good morning. Let's see who's on the other end. Jordan is your number one first. Good morning. Herbie Lopez, good morning. Joe Vasquez, good morning. Jamie Cowell, good morning. And there's my daughter, Auntie Ria. Good morning, Aunt. I had a hard time sleeping last night, I'll tell you that. Good morning, Alicia Olivares. As most of you around us know, that ice is all over Minnesota right now, and none of us want to venture out at all. So please be careful, folks. Christina Link, good morning. Who else? Vicky Peaster, good morning. And there's my buddy Eric. Good morning. Good morning. Did you guys see how I put up the notice? I took Vicky's White Castle thing and I said, "Now that I got your attention," I thought that was pretty cool. And then I did one in Spanish of the little baby and the cat together, and the cat was farting, and the kitty and the cat were laughing together. And I said, "No, this is no puro pedo, like, no, it's not bull, you know what." So I had fun with that one too. Denise, good morning, good morning. Holly Orpin, good morning. There is no fade today, everybody. My honey's supposed to come in tomorrow night. So I'm doing it again by myself, so be patient with me. Otherwise, I give you five across your lip. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing okay. We are, as it may be, that, we're here, put it that way. Kind of on a, well, not kind of, it is. It's a sad note that, that we're here. And, Wednesday, this poor girl, Renee Nicole Good, there's no two ways about it. She was murdered. I saw everything, all sides of the whole deal. And I hope they can do something, because the way I seen it was this girl is going to be a martyr for the violent thing to stop, I don't know if you all caught the protests that they had in Philadelphia. Man, was there a lot of people. Oof. And then now people are doing like all over. And like I had put on there, I posted, enough is enough. Put your rifles down, put your arms down, everything, and go home. Disband and go home. There's my buddy Lee. Good morning, Lee. I hope you're feeling good, bud. But this whole thing was tragic. I hope that her death does not go in vain. We have to do something. We all have to unite and do something. And that's why every show, love everyone you can on this earth, because love is life and life is love, which I'm wearing my shirt. Hello, Mary. Good to see you on. But, Nothing that we say or do is going to bring her back. But I don't know about you guys, how you feel, and I don't want to go political, okay? But to me, this Christy Noma to be fired or impeached or whatever. All of them. Take as many as you can, get them out of there. Just like they say, the world is gone. Well, the United States has gone to hell in a handbasket, you know? It's all got to stop. It really does. I mean, here, it's like I told Faye, I said, you're lucky. And she said, what do you mean? I said, look at the color of your skin. You can go wherever you want to go. I said, me, I got to worry about somebody picking me up and taking me. And it's so stupid. God, is this stupid. In my 75 years, I've never seen anything like this at all. And it's really tragic. It really is. I get bummed out about it, but then I think, well, getting bummed out about it isn't going to do anything. Come this November, we got to vote. And we got to vote heavy. And there are a lot of people that's, I'm not going to vote blue. If you care about your ass and you care about your family and everything, you vote blue. Trust me. Because of the mere fact that they're taking away so much from us. And there's a message that I got from Metatron. I got that a long time ago. I can't say it over the air because I know they'll shut me down. I don't want that. Hello, Gabriel Hernandez. Good morning. And Jojo Walsh, good afternoon or good evening, whatever. Somewhere in there. Carol Mario, good morning. Migo's watching. Hello, Migo. My son-in-law, he's on. Rachel Salinas, my sister. Hello, Mimi Forte. Good morning. It's all, seriously speaking, folks. I get so, excuse the expression, pissed because I'm thinking to myself, and everybody. I posted a lot of times. I would post, "It's time," and everybody, what? It's time for what? You know, blah blah blah. It's time. Get him out. It's that simple. They allow him to keep on going and doing and destroying the United States and everything that we're about. And people let him keep doing it. If you get him out of there, we can start rendering everything that has to be done. First off, FEMA. I'm glad that a lot of the guys or a lot of people on the Republican side voted to extend Obamacare. That was a good move, real good move. But now we got to concentrate on all the other stuff. Okay? And like I said, I don't want to get political, but it just pissed me off that this poor girl was killed. And then they said that she tried to ram the guy with the car. And you could see it on video. There's no way he was going to get hit. He was like 10 feet away. And I thought to myself, they said, well, he suffered from PSTD or whatever that thing is. I said, and you guys have him on the front lines? What are you, crazy? That guy should be in therapy. From the last time when he got supposedly dragged, what he did was he broke the window and cut his arm up. That's what happened. But they twist it so that we believe what they want us to believe. And I'm saying, bullshit, enough is enough. So, going on, okay? Let's go onward. Kathy Little, good morning, dear. How are you? I hope everybody, aside from what happened, had a good week. As you know, Faye is out of town. She's coming in tomorrow night. And you got to deal with me and my daughter, Maria. Okay? And just when I say that, Jojo Anderson, there is no Faye today. No Faye today, my baby's gone away. No. There was an old song like that. Let's see. What am I thinking of? Oh, if you remember correctly, I predicted about the earthquakes and I predicted about the volcanoes. Man, oh man, am I getting scared because there's so much stuff that's starting to happen regarding the volcanoes. And they said the seismologists are worried about the West Coast, like I said, and they're also worried about the new excuse me, the new Madrid fault. Jojo, yes, I had a good Christmas. I mean, it was just me and the wife spending time at home, and it was fun. But, Christmas is what you make out of it, Every holiday is what you make out of it. Am I right, folks? Thank you. Well, thank you. I like to play with these. But everybody goes, okay. So here we are today, folks. Today is, the 10th? I think it is. Yeah. January 10th. And so you have in the numbers 1, 10, and if you add up 2026, it's 10. So you got 1, 10, 10. The crazy part about it is on my birthday is 10, 10, and add up 2026, and it's another 10. 3 10s. That's weird. There's my buddy Richard. Hey, buddy. Luis Gutierrez, where have you been, bud? Oh, long time no see. Down in Pleasanton, Texas. Man, I miss down there. I would go sit in Whataburger and listen to the music. But them were the good old days. Mary Lucia, good morning. Is this music too loud, everybody? Let me know, would you please? Because when I go to work, I don't want anything to disrupt me at all. And when I say go to work, that's opening up the third eye. If there's anybody new here, my name is Roger Garza. Good morning, Prima. My name is Roger Garza Sr. I am a psychic medium. Man, would you believe this, you guys? In 3 more months, I'll have 22 years of being a psychic medium. Wow. And then in 2009 and 2011, I did my radio show down in San Antonio. And a lot of stuff that I predicted has already come out. So I'm just waiting to see, as they say, Sandra Dole, good morning, dear. Oh, and I was worried about Maine. I kept saying there's something about the state of Maine. When something happened up there regarding, I think it was like a serial killing or something. I forgot what it was. I should have wrote it down. But something happened up there. But that's still, like they say, that's still not off the hook yet. Okay? Jojo, I'm doing what I can do. That's all I can say. But here we are. Every week we do these shows, and it's just getting crazier and crazier and crazier for me to read. It's like, okay, I go down this road, and I'm going to look at something. Next thing you know, boom, got to go that way. And then I go another way, and it's crazy. And it's nothing like I've been predicting a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff's been happening too fast. Okay? When I say about the earthquakes, when I say about this, when I say about that, it comes in way too fast. And when that happens, it's hard for me to follow it and keep up with it. But there's so many things that are like, I don't want to be the bearer of gloom and doom, but gee whiz, the stuff we're going to face. I don't know if you noticed, but I have. Gas is starting to go up again. Maybe it goes up a quarter of a time or whatever, but it's going up again. I had predicted on the show that it would go up to $9 a gallon. And my buddy Richard sent me a thing that they were talking about. It was going to go up to $12 a gallon. So I don't know. We just got to hang in and see what happens. In the meantime, I hope you all are stocking up on the stuff I told you. Water, dry goods, canned goods, aspirin, rubbing alcohol, peroxide, cotton swabs, Band-Aids, little transistor radio, batteries, flashlights, blankets, pillows, stuff like that. Everything you're going to need to survive, okay? And you think I'm fooling? Don't listen to me, because they ridiculed me when I was doing my show in Texas. They ridiculed me like crazy. And now I tell them all, who's laughing now? Things that I predicted back then are coming out like crazy. And I don't I don't want to be right. I really, really don't want to be right. But it's there. Everything I said comes out. Cousin Edna, good morning. And honey, I'm worried about you guys over there, okay? Remember you told me about the sinkhole? I'm really worried about that area. Like I said, starting from Chicago all the way straight down. And it's going to join to the Mississippi. Pamela Olson, good morning. And who do we got over here? Cuz, where are you? Over here or over there? I don't know which one. But anyway, I think I need new glasses anyway. Or maybe pull the screen a little closer. I don't know. There. Hopefully that'll do it. But it's just that I need you guys to get things like to like a survival kit. If you're up north in where the winter is and the cold and the snow and all that, you know what a survival kit is. Only you're going to have to get a bigger one for your family, okay? Exactly, Louis. Better be safe than sorry. Be prepared. Yes, sir. There'd been flooding in Chicago? Holy moly, I didn't know that. Yep. And here's the whole thing, Jose. If it keeps up, I'm going to give you an example per se. Let's say it floods, okay? And it's flooding very heavy. And that water and the flooding meets up with that sinkhole and other sinkholes and starts ripping apart. Because they showed it. They showed how wide it was going to be when it comes. And they also talked about, like I had mentioned a long time ago, they also talked about the West Coast going into the ocean. Now, I don't know if I will get knocked off the air for saying stuff like this, but you people need to know. I'm here to help you, you know. I have my family and Faye's family and Faye, and that's who, you know, that's my main concerns, because I have to take care of my realm, my inner realm. You all have to take care of your families. I've also mentioned to get I'll get them both, a hatchet, an axe, saws, You're going to need saws to cut wood, everything, or one of those electric chainsaw deals. But that's only going to last so long. Hello, Noe. Bobby Sholene, good morning. You had to run an errand. She can't stay, she got to run an errand. Well, it's better than running a nylon. Oh, honey, look. You know, when I get stuff like this, folks, look. It just, I get dumbfounded. And Sandra, thank you so much for that. You know, I get thrown, put it that way. When people say things, please, folks, above all, don't praise me. I'm just a messenger of God. He gave me this gift. The spirits tell me what's going on. And now Metatron, who is what they call little God, they call him the voice of God. And I received messages from him on different occasions. The one that scared me the most was when they told me, I was washing dishes and the spirits told me 7 trumpets will sound. And I never heard that saying at all. Excuse me. And when they said 7 trumpets would sound, I'm washing dishes, and I go, what? What are you talking about? What does that mean? You know, they kept on telling me. They told me 7 times, of course, because it's 7 trumpets. But I've never heard that expression. So then on the next show, when I asked you guys, I said, I heard this. They told me 7 trumpets will sound. Next thing you know, everybody wrote back to me, it's the apocalypse. And honestly speaking, I did hear it, folks, plain as day. I don't make this stuff up. I don't need to. Because what I tell you is what the spirits tell me, and they end up backing it all up. This is why Mary Forsyth, good morning. If you're new to the show, I'm a psychic medium. I say hello to everybody the first half hour, and then I go to work. Okay, so hang in there. And if I give you something, folks, do not log off. Stay with me because you could get part 2 towards the end. I don't know. But we really have to take care of one another, man. It's going to get real rough. And it's like I told you guys before. If there was a tornado and you were walking down the street and you heard somebody yelling for help, regardless of what skin color, you're going to run and go help. I know you will. Nobody cannot leave nobody like that in the anguish, per se. That's where, more than anything, we have to think from the heart, not from the mind. Think from the heart. Because God wants us to react by heart, not by mind. Okay? I mean, obviously, you don't put yourself in danger, but join together and do what you got to do. Because the color of your skin and whatever religion you are or whatever, that's not going to matter at all. When push comes to shove, we all chip in. And we got to remember that. And I'm talking a black man to a white supremacist to a Mexican, whatever. It all goes out the window when somebody yells for help. Okay? And I like this, Sandra. I'm going to post this too. How true, how true. Gloria, good morning. I didn't see your name. I'm seeing it now. There's just so much to talk about, you know. And I could do readings till I'm blue in the face. But like I told Faye, I said, what good are these readings going to do to people if they don't snap? That's what we used to say down in Texas. Snapete, you know, like snap out of it. We got to work at this, folks. It's coming. Little by little, it's coming, okay? And I don't want you to be, excuse the expression, with your pants down. I want you to be ready because you got to do what you can do. And if you have, I've always said this throughout the show that I've been doing it. If you have elderly neighbors, okay, please check on them. Like the girls across the street, they check on me. My stepdaughter comes over to check on me. You know, everybody pitches in because, you know, Faye's gone. My daughter Maria texts me all the time or calls me. Dad, are you okay? And, you know, I guess that's why we have kids. I don't know. But it's just, folks, everybody, this is January, and we're up north. Now, the oddity of that, folks, in January, snow is supposed to fall. More than anything, we've been getting rain. And you go, rain in January? Yes. We're supposed to be, in January, we're supposed to be like single digits as far as like highs are concerned, or below zero. Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be in the 40s. And then we go down to the 20s or 30s, something like that. And it's just this weird weather. And they've talked about it, and I said it too. Been talking about this weird weather going up and down, throwing different things in. I remember one time in December, it was raining to beat hell, and the sky was flashing green. And that just freaked me out. I thought it was the end of the world. When the weather acts up, and I've said this already, I said we're going to have earthquakes in places that you go like, what? We're not supposed to have earthquakes here. Yeah, we're having them. One that I mentioned, I told Richard about, I said it's an oddity, and we have one in Minnesota. But, you know, who knows? It could pop up anywhere. And, you know, the whole thing is, rather than go and be so concerned about oil, there should be a concern about survival. Because I've said this from my radio show back in 2009. I said, when it comes down to it, I said, you need to preserve the water. I said, because you can't drink oil. You'll die from it. And right now, we're at the main key thing to do is preserve oil. What the hell for? And they say, well, we need the oil so we can run our vehicles and all. Well, what happens if you run out of gas? Or what happens if you can't get the gas out of the ground because you need electric for the pumps? It's just, excuse my expression, but the whole government right now is ass backwards. We should be thinking about FEMA, number one. We should be thinking about health, Medicare, Medicaid. Those things are priorities. Okay? Feeding the children, that's a priority. But no, you got to get oil. It's like, man, what are you going to do? Slick your hair down? You can only do that so much, and that's it. And, you know, if they take me off the air, they take me off the air. I mean, what the hell? I'm just stating true facts here. We got our priorities way messed up. You know, and then we're the oddity too. I know, Richard, that's scary. And I told you it's going to happen in places that, you know, we're hijacking, per se, these ships full of oil. And it's making everyone mad. Good morning, Nancy. It's making other countries mad at us. And I'm telling you, folks, you think I'm lying to you. And I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that. but we're that close for an invasion. They're going to invade us. But there's nothing we can do. But like I said, we are pawns in a chess game. That's all we are. We had to sit back. According to what the big shots do, we had to sit back and take it. And that's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Everybody that I talked to, here's my buddy Lenny. Good to see you, my friend. God love you, man. Lenny like a brother to me. We went to school together. But people that I talk to, folks, I say, well, how you doing? I'm not too happy, blah, blah, blah. They're sad. And I'm going, he crushed our whole persona and our outlook on life. The American dream, down the tubes. Everything it's nuts. I've never been through this. Lenny, I know we're the same age, and I know you never saw this either. It's crazy. Everybody you talk to, they say, what the hell's going on? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? Well, ask them in Washington. It's just totally bananas, folks. It really is. And I just wish, more than anything, please remember this. More than anything, do not lose your faith in God, because we are going to surpass this. We're going to overcome it. It's going to get hairy as all hell. But you got to keep your faith, because it will soon pass. And a lot of people are saying, well, it's not coming soon enough, blah, 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 blah. Be patient. Remember, I told you this. I said, when you want him to wake up and realize what's going on, and I said, this is going to be hard for a lot of people. I said, pray for him. Pray for him to wake up and realize that this is wrong. And everybody, no, I'm going to pray for him. If you change your attitude, it'll change the attitude of everything going on. Okay? And I know you think I'm nuts, but everybody told me that before. I got to post this. Yes, Kathy, we are. We are. And the thing is, if you look around, folks, we used to praise God all the time. And now a lot of people are praising the almighty dollar. And that's so sad. Because of crypto, the almighty dollar is losing its strength. Crypto is worthless. I told you that at the beginning. And now the almighty dollar is going to be worthless. I forgot where it was. I think it was in Iran that they bottomed out their money and raised prices on everything over there. That's why they're protesting. It's crazy. Darlene, good morning. Good to see you. Thank you, hon. I wish I could post it, but I'm going to say what she said. Yes, keep your faith and your family in communication. I'm keeping my faith, and yes, we have to pray for our enemies that don't. The rest of it's gone. That don't their evilness, that do their evilness. Peace to all. That's very well said, dear. Thank you. Anyway, as reluctant as I am right now, Sandy Miller, good morning. Everybody, should we go to work? Well, here's what you got to think about. Your grandkids, your great-grandkids, and your great-great-grandkids, okay? Those are the ones that are going to be, you're going to have a choice. Either go with God or be left behind, one of the two. And it's almost, if you guys ever watched that show about Noah's Ark with Russell Crowe, It's almost like that. It's coming back again, like doing a full circle. The rain's going to come. I know it's crazy, but it is what it is. Vicky Lynn, good morning. And Dawn Moses, good morning. Cheryl from South St. Paul, good morning. It's been a while. Okay, let's see what Richard says. I know, if you remember correctly, folks, those that watch the show for a long time, in the beginning, I said they were going to issue us a card, like a credit card, and it would have so much funds on it that they give us, and if you go beyond those funds, you're done. You got to wait till your next month. And they're going to, the card will have like they're giving you rations. Keep that in mind, okay? John German, good morning, good morning. Been my buddy Bill Quirk. Good morning, buddy. Good to see you. Well, folks, I think it's that time. I don't know, but I know you guys don't want to listen to me preach all day. So, Sean, there's somebody around you. I don't know who this is or if they passed, but there's something about from the knee down. Like somebody severely broke their leg or the knee or something, but it's really bad. It's almost like you could take your leg and twist it backwards, and it's looking that way. But that's what I'm picking up around you. Cruz Reeves. Cruz, I meant to ask you. You went to Humboldt, didn't you? Because I remember you with short hair in some of my classes. Because in school they called me Roy, and I hated that. So I looked it up, and they said it's either Roy or Roger, and I went with Roger. Okay, Sean, keep that and like write it down or whatever, okay? Sandra, not everybody wants to hear me preach, but this is the way I would be in my church, okay? And I keep saying church. What I'm talking about is a chapel, like a long, not a church made out of stone and that's too much maintenance. A chapel to me, where I could go. I have all the PA equipment, and I would have my stuff in there, and I would have a mic around my neck or right here, and I would go amongst the people. This is my church, okay? I would go amongst the people and preach, and then point out somebody and say, I'm getting da 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 da, and start reading. And then continue on preaching, and man, it'll be like you guys would be there for at least a couple of hours, It might get boring, but it is what it is. Dawn, yes. In answer to your question, yes. Here's how I get it. It's almost like he's afraid of what's going on. And mind you now, and Kathy, I told you this a long time ago, Kathy Little. I said more sinkholes are going to be coming up. And I'm scared, folks. I'm really honestly scared myself because we live by a lot of water. We live by the 5 lakes, I think it is. And then Lake Superior is north of us. And you just ask yourself, how far north is it, We don't know. No, I don't want to go over there because right now that volcano, they said, is starting up again. It's very active. But I can't help, please understand this, folks. I can't help what I see. Okay? It's there. I try to forewarn you guys what it is that's coming. Um, they've been talking about tsunamis, big tsunamis. They've been talking about, and me and Richard have been talking about this one. That what is it, Yellowstone? I think it is. And if you go like a line going across, and it goes to Oregon, where my friend Lori Johnson is. And I said, that one, if that one triggers over here, and it's, man, what a mess. But there again, that's evolution. That's the earth going back to what it, they're claiming their land per se. But what can we do, folks? We're only like little peons, Maybe I should start that way, Sandra, saying, okay, this is my church and I'm going to preach. But I don't want people to leave. I wish I knew who you were talking about. Oh, about the leg. Okay. I'm hearing the name, Sean, I'm hearing the name Joe. I don't know why, but I'm hearing Joe. And like it's telling me, tell her, don't you remember when I broke my like that. And he's pounding on his knee. So just, if you don't know who that is, maybe it was a friend from long ago. I don't know. I just get what I get. Okay? And I'll be honest with you folks, yes, this does wear me out. But I don't care, because to me, as far as I'm concerned, my energy is your energy. I give you a part of me that I can, okay? Will he be okay? Dawn wants to know. Yeah, Dawn, this is the way I saw it. It's like I say, he's going to run home to mommy, okay? So don't worry. Just pray to Saint Martha. And Saint Martha, tell Saint Martha to take care of your kids and bring your kids home to you. And she will. There's so many saints that I know about, folks, man. And I listen to other readers, and I'm so happy because they told me Metatron is with me, St. Michael, St. Gabriel, and St. Raphael. They're all with me. And I couldn't ask for better company, I'll tell you that right now. Yes, that's the one I'm talking about, Kathy. It's like under it, okay? And if that one starts up in Yellowstone, it's like, ay. But I said this on the show before. They said, well, how are we going to know? Trust me. The critters that live underground are going to come up. You're going to see rats and mice and raccoons and whatever coming up out of the ground. The animals, all the animals, horses and whatnot, they'll be running around like they're crazy. The dogs will howl. The birds will be flying into each other. It's going to just go nuts. That's the way you know something's coming. It's something big. How do I know all of this stuff? When I first got my gift, I went into it real deep to find out what it is that I have. Also, what will it be that I see? And what I've seen in almost the 22 years I've been doing it has really thrown me like, no, that can't. It's like when they told me that they were going to take my son. And I said, no, you got the wrong person. Go bother somebody else. Leave me alone. And they told me 5 times, prepare yourself, we're taking your son with us. And I said, no, you got the wrong guy. And a week later, he died. It was beyond my control. And ever since that point, when they tell me something, folks, I'm telling you right now, when they tell me, the spirits tell me something, I will put my life on the line and believe it. Because no more will I disrespect them and say you're wrong. They're not wrong. Okay? And another thing, a lot of you out there, you say to me, oh, thank you. We believe in you so much. And I say to everybody, no, please believe in the Lord, not me. I'm just a messenger. I'm no one to be praised, even though I have this gift and I'm different than a lot of you out there. I take my gift very serious and I honor it. And I do what I do with what I can do to help you folks to come on the show, I hope you guys, and I say this every show, I hope when you got on, you liked the show, you gave it a thumbs up, and secondly, that you shared the show. Share the show with your family, your friends, your associates you work with, everything. Because the more we get out there, the better off. A lot of people need to hear what I'm saying. And remember this, after I'm done with the show and I log off, you can always rewatch the show again or any other show. Just go back onto YouTube and look up Latino Psychic Visions and you'll see it. Let's see what Richard says. Richard, I'm going to tell you, and I think I told you something before. I would like for you to get your arteries checked, starting with your heart and your left arm. Remember, this is another sign, folks. I'm going to tell you. Everybody said, well, how do you know you're having a heart attack? When you get a big pain in your back and then your arm goes numb, get to the hospital right then and there. It's like the lady that I saw and I told her, you need to get to a doctor fast. Go to emergency, do what you got to do. I said, you're either going to have a stroke or a heart attack. And thank the Lord she listened. She went to the doctor on Monday. They checked her out, ran all kinds of tests. And then Wednesday, they called her in the office and told her it's a good thing you came because you were ready to have a stroke or a heart attack. Take these pills. So she got on the pills. A month later, she had a mild stroke. Came to me crying her eyes out, thanking me and saying, you saved my life. I said, no. I said, the Holy Spirit saved your life. Give praise to God, not me. I said, I'm just a messenger. In the same token, folks, when I went to go buy me and Faye new phones, the girl that was doing the phones for us, I asked her, is Mom okay? And she said, yeah, why? I said, I see something dark in Mom's head. She goes, no, she just got an MRI not too long ago. I said, tell her to go back. They missed something. So she listened. Thank the Lord she listened. She went back and they looked even further in and they found an abnormality and she had her surgery and she's doing very fine. Thank you, Lord. And these are things that I'm able to look inside the human body and see things. It wears the heck out of me. I'll tell you, when I'm done, I'm like, but when I do things, and even if I pick up things on the show and I say, you need to go to da-da-da, don't blow it off. If you care about your health, do not blow it off because I don't talk for my health. I talk for yours. Okay? Thank you, Vicky. Vicky shared and liked the show. Thank you much. Thank you. Eric, any White Castles today, buddy? I didn't pick up any. And I'm afraid to venture out there. Gospel truth. Because they've been telling me that ice is all over it in this little township that we're in. And I just, I want to continue doing the shows. I don't want anybody to pick me up and next thing you know, I'm going somewhere else. I don't even know where I'm going. Every time my son and daughter-in-law go. Well, that's good that they come back home safely. You want to always pray and ask Saint Michael to surround them and give them protection, and pray to Saint Christopher. Saint Christopher is the traveling saint, okay? Ray, my buddy Ray Simchek, good to see you, my friend. Ray's down in, I don't know if you're still down there, in Bernie, Texas. I call it Barney. I don't know how many times I played in that town. But anyways, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Too bad I couldn't go down there and we could all just go back to Lukenbach and sit around the campfire and everybody playing guitars like I did that one time. God, that was so fun. One by one, everybody had guitars, or they had the auto thing, the auto harp, and they had a mandolin. And one by one, we went around the whole circle because they got like a big old wall, like a cement wall or a block wall, and you sit around the campfire, and then one by one you play a song. And that was so cool, man. I enjoyed that immensely. Okay, what does Eric say? Oops, sorry, wrong one. Okay, buddy, listen. Keep this in mind, folks. And you're gonna go on a diet. I'm on the same way right now. But stay off of diet sodas. Diet sodas, folks, you can look this up. Anything diet soda has what's called aspartame. And aspartame, believe it or not, folks, has to do with embalming fluid. So if you want to get yourself ready, then hit them like crazy. But I'm telling you gospel truth. Me, I drink a lot of water. A lot of water to me is what I do. Is Holly new here? Thank you, Holly. Welcome to the show. Just to go back again, this show is called Latino Psychic Visions / This Mug's for You in the coffee mug. Man, my coffee always goes cold. And we're here every Saturday at 10:30 in the morning. And generally I do the show with my wife, Faye, but she went on a cruise with her sister and she's coming back. Hopefully she'll be here tomorrow night. And I can stop worrying, But just to give you an idea, Holly, I am a psychic medium. I've been one for April 1st. Well, believe it or not, April 1st will be 22 years that I've been doing this. I think we are going on our 7th or 8th year of doing the show. And what I do is I look at names and something, I always say this, every name has an attachment. And when I look at names, boom, something comes out. Like right now, Holly, it is Holly, right? Yep. I am picking up your father for some reason. Is he still with us? I'm also picking up somebody who would walk with a limp. And if it's you know who this is or whatever, please write back. Know what? Please be more specific. Atlantic? Pacific? Let me know some more information, okay? Is Dad still with us? Her dad passed. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sean. All right, just so you know, Dad is coming through for you because he's with you. And he's telling me about a big picture that's crooked. Why? I don't know, but he's telling me. Oh boy. Just got a news break, ladies and gentlemen. And if you remember correctly, I said pull money out of your bank, your savings, because when they get hit, there's going to be a cyber attack, and it's going to leave your balances at zero. You have to know how much you have in there, get a copy of it, have somebody sign it, okay, and get enough money to last at least 6 months that you can live off of. And things are going to go sky high, but be patient because we're going to get over this. Okay. Okay. Then you'll know. See, here's the stuff, Holly. I give you things that only you know. I don't know because there's a lot of people on here I never met. But yet they, come in every week and I read for them. And I've always said this. I said, if ever I hit the lottery, I would have my church or my chapel, and I would say, there's, like, say for you, Holly, I would say, okay, go to the airport. There's a round trip ticket for you there. It's already paid for. And I would want everybody to come to the chapel so I could meet you, so I can hug you, so I can get vibes off you and do a very good reading. More energy. Okay? I'm also hearing the name Holly Chester. I just heard that. Ray, my buddy Ray. I'm getting somebody around you, the name Veronica. I don't know if she's still with us or if she's gone or what, but I'm getting that name, Veronica. Don, when your son comes to you, if he says, I'm going to leave some of the stuff behind, no. Because there's stuff that he has that he doesn't know that means something to someone else. Make sure he brings his belongings, okay? I'm going to go to my friends over here. Vicky and Eric. Eric, did your dad call you a knucklehead? I keep hearing he's a knucklehead. And there's something coming up that has to do, believe it or not, Eric, it has to do with church. But it could be an event or something that's coming up regarding church. I want to go over here again. Len, are you still with me, Leonard? Mom's with you right now. I remember one time me and Lenny met for lunch, and I kept telling him, I keep seeing a picture I said, it's splashing against the wall. The waves are splashing against the wall. I said, I keep seeing that. And then he had it in his phone, that same picture that his father painted. And man, that one blew me away. A lot of times I don't know what I'm going to get, but I get what I get. He called the other family members knuckleheads? Okay. Well, get in line, buddy. Because you're not off the hook, trust me. Pam Olson, I don't know if you broke your wrist or if you fell and hurt it. It's like the bone structure that holds the wrist to the hand together, okay? It's like it's not there. It's flimsy. Like mine, that happened here. When I walk, it flaps, okay? I don't know if you fell or what the deal is, but I see it. Lee Ports, buddy, if you're still with me, the spirits are giving me a thumbs up for you. I don't know if you have to go through a surgery again or whatever it is, but they're giving me a thumbs up. Don't worry, they say. Okay. Like I said, buddy, get in line. You're next. There's my dear friend Holly Orpin. Holly, do you want to come back? They're telling me that you want to come back. Juanito, good morning, my friend. Margaret, wow, it's been a long time. And Mary Helen, good morning. Mauricia, Franklin, good morning. And Ray Simchek, I told you something. I don't know if you're still with us or not. Maria Charles, good morning. It's been a long time. Yes, a lot of you guys, man, are coming on that, it's been a while. But I'm here every Saturday, unless I get sick, and I don't want to get sick. I got my flu shot, and I went and got my 9th COVID shot. Whether I'm ready, I don't know. Because when this flu comes, trust me, folks, they're saying there's no cure. But if you stick with the show, trust me, if it gets real bad, like I got a hold of somebody, I forgot who it was, and they were coughing real bad. And I told them, half a teaspoon of salt with a little bit of water. In the 10 to 20 minutes, you'll stop coughing. And I always say this. I have to say that as a disclaimer. I am not a doctor, but I go by the stuff that my great-grandma told me. Because, of course, she was native. Lisa Cantu, good morning, dear. Remember this, Pam. This is what a doctor told me. He said it starts at the elbow because I broke my elbow a long time ago. He said you're going to pick up things and you're going to drop them. He said it like you'll lose control of it. So keep that in mind, okay? Don't overdo yourself. Have somebody help you. If you got to pick up a heavy dog, have them help you, okay? Oh, boy. Still got about 26 minutes. Sweetheart, I'm going to tell you something. If somebody sits in front of you and you do a reading or whatever for them, they're going to have an ugly look on their face, like, and then they're going to cry, like you're going to hit home about something. So please make sure that you're protected, okay? Above all. Darlene, yes, you are. Do you eat a lot of salads? I'm getting a lot of greenery out of you. What, Dad? What's the matter? What? You're supposed to help me with the show. Shh. Hey. Sandy, is Grandma still with us? I'm kind of worried if Grandma's still alive. I'm worried about Grandma, okay? And I'm getting her, she gets like me, like I get off balance because I have vertigo. So I'm getting her like off balance and like not aware where she's at. Okay? Please let me know something because I want to stay on top of that. Well, Darlene, if you're not eating a lot of greens, please start, okay? Walking the 4 miles, 3 or 4 miles, that's good. Oh, you know what, Eric? What else I would have at my church? I'd make sure that after church we had boxes of Cravers, White Castles. I'd say, okay, we're all going to have lunch and we're all going to, you know. And here's me. Rather than get into the, you know, I'd be having a hamburger like this and pointing it out to somebody and say, I got this around you, boom, 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 and still reading. A lot of times Faith says, stop already. And I tell her I can't. It's a constant thing with me. See, bud, there you go. Some cheeseburgers, onion chips, fries, Coke. Maria! Over here they're around. And then those of you who don't know, just because the building's gone, check in your freezer section or your refrigerated section. They're in there. If you go to Dollar General, they're there. If you live south and you're in HEB, they are loaded like crazy with White Castles. And in San Antonio, I remember there were White Castles, but I think they were called Christina's or something. Some weird name. It was a girl. But it was White Castles. Man, people were flooding that place like crazy. And then they closed up. Nuts. I'm checking out names, everyone, just so you know. This is... Oh, that's you, Lisa. Okay. Oh, by the way, Lisa, I meant to tell you. Tina came through. She told me to tell you, thank you for everything you've done. And she said, but now it's time to move on. So remember that. I don't know how you'll take that, but that's what she said. She even thanked me, and I said, I didn't do anything. She goes, being a friend. Darlene, you have a blessed day too. Okay? And I'll see you next week for sure. Still looking at the names. Richard, have they talked about operating on your knee? I don't know what it is, but there's something regarding your knee. I don't think you smoke, but it's like your knee, your veins and that are being closed off and the circulation's not coming through like it should. Maybe you need to get out and walk, buddy. And if you have to, use a cane or a walking stick. But I'm inside your knee and I can see the veins shrinking. And for those of you, like those that are new, there's a show called The Mysteries of Bradshaw Ranch. Please watch it. You'll see when I talked about the spirits flying by me like that when I was outside. You'll see the orbs coming out of the ground and flying by. I mean, man, like thousands of them coming out of the ground and flying by. And I've always said, every orb is either a male or female. If we could look closer, you could tell. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, there was a movie out a long time ago called Space Odyssey, I think it was called Space Odyssey 2001, I think. But they showed about going into the inside the female, and you could look at the baby. You know, it's the same thing. The orb is the same thing. Okay? And then there's also a guy, his name is Tom Daring or something, and he talked about what I talk about. He said, I'm able to look inside the human body like an x-ray. And I went, where did I hear that? That's what I do. So if you get a chance to watch the show, it gets boring in the beginning, but man, after you dig into it, it's something else. It's about paranormal, okay? It's called The Mysteries of Bradshaw Ranch. And if you got a Roku unit, you'll find it right away. Okay. Because something's going to come up. I don't know what this is. But by me, it's going to scare the hell out of you. So please be careful, okay? And you know, if you need me, if any of the, please spread the word, cuz if anybody in the family needs me, I'm here, okay? I see a lot of things. I'm in Wisconsin, pero como quiera, I go all over here. I go all over the world. And I know a lot of people would laugh at that, but trust me, I can do that. And I don't know if you told anybody about it, what I do, Agna, but please spread the word with the family. A lot of them do know what I do. But what I do runs in the family, okay? And now I'm beginning to wonder, because my mom used to say all the time that there's an actor named Emilio Fernandez Jr., and he's the one that posed for the Oscar. And that's in Wikipedia, you'll see it. But his name was Emilio Fernandez Jr., and my mom would say that he was my grandpa, and that he would always get drunk and strip butt naked and go to the mirror and talk to the devil, she said. And I said, I don't deal with the devil. Are you crazy? She goes, no, your grandpa used to do that. She said, maybe that's how you got your gift. And I went, nope, not this guy, no. I tell everybody I shook the Lord's hand 4 times. But the one time I passed over and went all the way in and came all the way back. Luz Maria, you going to change your name? ¿Qué pasó? Good to see you out, girl. And I hope things are getting better for you. I know who you are. Joe Hernandez, I think I talked to you about this last week, but I'm picking it up again. If you have a bad tooth, and I'm going upper, if you have a bad tooth, please pull it out or do something, because if you leave it in there, it's going to give you pneumonia. You get sick. You get an infection. Get it out of there. And if you say, oh, I'm going to be chimuelo, I'd rather be chimuelo than be dead. Herbie, I don't know who this is, but somebody's coming through for you named Victor. He wants you to know that he's around you. Bear with me, folks. I got to go to the bottom again and see what's up. Oh, okay. Thank you, Joe. And you know I don't talk for my health. I talk for yours. Maggie Alomo, good morning. Sandy, was I right about Grandma? Please let me know. I'm going to post this, and my daughter's saying this. Right now, ICE is all over St. Paul and Minneapolis, okay? And last night they had a big protest. They were staying at the Holiday Inn. And let me tell you, man, was it crowded. They were pounding on pans and everything to keep them up. So finally the police came and told them they had to leave. But it's nuts around here, folks. And a lot of us Latinos in that, we're not hitting the streets at all. And it's getting like my friend told me down in San Antonio. He said they're closing a lot of restaurants because they can't get anybody to come in, number one, to work, number two, for customers. Everybody's afraid. And that's sad. That's really sad. Good. I'll be praying for her, okay? But I was really worried about, because I picked her up for some reason. Yeah, I'll tell you, Sandy, it is really getting crazy. And now, back when I was doing my radio show in San Antonio in 2009, I was there for 2 years. And I predicted this a long time ago back then. I said, we will have a civil war. We did have one. I said, this next civil war is going to be bloody. Now, Governor Walz of Minnesota said that if ICE wouldn't leave, that he was going to call in the National Guard. And he said they're loaded. They got their guns and rifles, whatever they got. He said they will have too. And it could get ugly, folks. I'm telling you, it could get ugly. And I remember seeing one of the reels of a cop confronting a U.S. Marshal or supposed U.S. Marshal and telling him to get the F out of here and this, you don't belong here. And the guy says, hey, brother, we're on the same team. He goes, no, we're not. He goes, I'm nothing like you. He goes, get out. And they got to a push and shove match and all that. So it's just getting crazy. Okay, Herbie, just write it down, okay? It's either Victor or Victoria. Remember that. Oh, you're in the red state, Sandy. And I don't know if you know about that show. It's a podcast show called I've Had It. And it's got Jennifer and Angie on there. And they're connected with the Midas Touch. Folks, if you want reality reporting, news reporting, click onto a thing called the Midas Touch. MEIDAS. Midas Touch. And they're connected to the real people that, you know. And now they got this new show with Rachel Maddow, Lawrence is his last name. I can't think of his first name. But all these people that tell the truth about what's going on. And Stephen Colbert is going to join them. Jimmy Kimmel, I think, is going to join them. And they're doing this show directly. Jon Stewart's on it with them, too. I mean, they may be comedians, but what they talk about, so there's no censoring. They talk about what's real, okay? I think it's called MS Now, I think. But Google Rachel Maddow and you'll see, okay? Okay, Herbie, well, I get what I get, okay? They are a very eye-opening podcast. And they have their son, Jordan is his name, and the other son, Brett, or the other brother, Brett. And then they have another guy, Jack Cucciarelli or something like that. He's very real. You guys need to click onto this stuff because they report real stuff that's happening now. And there's no hold barred because they're not censored. And of course, you know who is going after them and wants them off the air. The same with the girls. The I've Had It show. Jennifer was getting so many death threats that she had to leave Oklahoma and she went up to New York. And they're still doing the podcast show together. Her and Angie. Angie's in Oklahoma. Jennifer's in New York. But I'll tell you, when a person cannot report the truth and you're going to censor that and you're going to try to get him kicked out the air as they did Colbert, it's sad. And I had said this a long time ago and they came on and somebody talked about it. I told Faye, I said, we're going to have what we call control media. They're only going to let us watch what they want us to watch, and we're only going to get to watch it. Like back in the old days, we only had 3 channels that we could watch. Channel 4, Channel 5, and I think Channel 9 before 11. But I remember this stuff when I was a kid. Hello, Rebecca. And then at 12 o'clock, they would come on with da 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 da, and they would show the flag and everything else and the saluting and all that, and they'd get through a whole sound, and then they had like a thing that looked like Maltese cross per se, and it was there, and you hear all night long until 6 in the morning when they broadcast again. But we only had 3 channels that we could watch. Gotta remember those days. Oh, I don't know. Luz maybe over there. Allá Califas, I don't know. But they're going to control what we watch. Remember that, folks. And if you want to know about the show, there's a show called 1984. And it's about Big Brother. And I think it stars Raymond Burr. No, Edmund O'Brien. That's who it is. And every time he comes home, he has to open up his briefcase in front of this big eye so they could see inside his briefcase. And it was called Big Brother. Wherever you went, downtown or whatever, they were always watching you. So keep that in mind. It's called 1984. That's the name of the show. The shows I would like for you to watch are Soylent Green, Soylent. Watch Soylent Green so you can see about the overpopulation and when people start protesting, what happens to them. 1984, that's about Big Brother, okay? Death Wish, 1 through 5, that's with Charles Bronson. And that's about what's going to happen when everybody goes nuts, like robberies, killings, and all that stuff, okay? That's that. The other one is RoboCop. I think it's 1, 2, and 3. Watch that. That's all about the future. All of these things they're giving you are about the future. Oh, I didn't see the time, honey. Thank you. But anyway, folks, please watch those shows. If you forget which ones they are, PM me after the show and I'll give you everything, okay? As far as all our Latino friends, and this goes for everybody, I don't care where you're from, please stay off of the streets. Remember I said if you don't have to be on the streets, don't be. If you have to go somewhere, go and go home. Also, remember this. Keep watching the sky. Because I had said I saw lasers coming out of the sky. And they're talking about meteorites coming out of the sky. And they were just like lasers. So, I don't know what else to tell you guys other than the fact that I'm here for you. I'm going to help you all I can until if they take me off the air. I don't know. I hope not. Okay, Adam Mackler, I've never seen him, but Midas Touch I do watch a lot. Pam, you're very welcome. Everybody, I'm here for you, okay? I give you my third eye. I open it up for you guys. I give you everything I see in there. And I'm going to tell you, I'll say this again. And this is a question for you to think about. How safe is the ground that you walk on? Think about that. Y'all take care of yourselves. I'll be here for you if you need me. Get in touch with me. I'm still doing one-on-one readings. God, I can go on and on and on and on. You see our new phone numbers, okay? That cell phone, that's my new cell phone number. And I just tried to get that corrected again, but nope. So please call that number. It's a Texas number because my other one was from Texas. That's when I first got my phone. And I had it for like 15 years. And I had to change the number. But I wanted to change it to a number that was easy. Okay? 992-9798. Now, I got to get out of here. Everybody is telling me it's time to go. Please take care of yourself. You know I care about you guys immensely. Thank you for being here today. I will be here next Saturday at 10:30. If something comes up during the week that I have to get on, I will, boom, you'll see my mug, and we'll go with that. I'm hoping and praying, everybody. Please stay vigilant. Number one, take care of your neighbors, take care of your family, your friends. Get the things that I told you you're going to need. If you need to rewatch the show after I log off, you can go back and tell your friends, hey, you need to watch this show. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? All I can say is God bless you all. I bless you. Big kiss. Thank you all for being here. Please take care of yourselves. Be good to the homeless and especially our vets. Okay? Remember these words. Pay it forward. Do what you can do. And remember, pray for me to get my chapel. And I'll do my best to get you guys in it. Okay? Take care. As we say every show, love everyone you can on this earth. Why? Because right in the middle, love is life, and life is love. Take care. I'll see you guys next week, God willing. We'll be here. And like they used to say on Channel 5, you were there because we were there. Put that in your pipe, okay? Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, Carly, my granddaughter. Good to see you, honey. I wish you'd come over for pizza sometime. We're not far away. Anyway, bye-bye, everybody. Adios.